create a wide-shot photo of the popular football players. Wow, this is amazing. Everyone is here in one team. Make her wear a pink bikini. Okay, look at that. Just flawless consistency. Write Hello Banana Pro in different languages. Wow, every language is here. Like English, Russian, Hebrew, Amharic, Chinese, Korean. That's insane.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment is finally here. We have Nano Banana Pro from Google DeepMind. So in this video, we will see how good Nano Banana Pro really is.
Now, since Nano Banana Pro was released almost 2 weeks ago, you might be thinking, oh, this is late. We already saw and tried Nano Banana Pro. But most people only showed you what it can do. I am going to put it to an extreme test, unfiltered test that it might not get right. So stick around to see how really good Nano Banana Pro is, and for my examples, you will be shocked how the other models are still holding up. We will compare it with the current top image editors and image generators, and we will also compare it with the old Nano Banana. We will see how good it is, check out their own demos, and look at the benchmarks. So let's get into it. For my first prompt, I asked it to generate a wide-shot photo of Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, Lewandowski, Robin, Pele, and so on. There are 11 players here. Surprisingly, Nano Banana Pro did a pretty good job. Everybody is here. Lewandowski, Cristiano, Pele, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo Nazario, Robin, Neuer, Neymar, everybody is here, including Messi. This is incredible. It just one-shotted everything. The Real Madrid uniform is actually correct. If you see it, the writing is correct, and both the logos are correct, including the sponsors. It's incredible. It even identified that Neuer is going to be the goalkeeper. Amazing! About the old Nano Banana result, it did not generate it correctly. You can see the quality is awful. The middle person looks like Maradona, but he actually isn't. The rest is messed up. For Seedream 4.0 results, it did a kind of weird job because, look, this guy looks like Cristiano Ronaldo. He is Cristiano Ronaldo. But so does this guy. He looks kind of like Cristiano Ronaldo too. I don't know, we have two Messis. One is taller and the other is, it's weird. And I don't know about the other players. Does this guy look like Pele? I don't think so. Compared to the old Nano Banana, the Seedream result is good, but the clear winner here is Nano Banana Pro. Everybody is here. It is insane how it did it. Here I have an example that says create an image of Nezuko, Tanjiro, Saitama, Goku, Asta, Rem, and Ram from ReZero, and other characters from known anime in a business meeting. As expected, Nano Banana Pro aced it. Let me expand it. As you can see, everybody is here. You can see Nezuko, Tanjiro, Saitama, Goku. Every fictional character is here. Forget their clothes because since they are in a business meeting, I didn't account for their usual clothes. When you come to the old Nano Banana result, it is actually good, but Gojo doesn't look exactly like the original, and there are missing characters. All of them are not here. Maybe 2 or 3 characters are missing. I stated 10 characters, but only 7 of them are here. I don't know who this guy is, so I would say 4 of them are missing.
Seedream did a pretty good job. The colors look good, but the characters are awful. Who is she? And what about her? And her? The only characters it gets right are these 4. Nezuko, Tanjiro, Saitama, and Goku. The rest are just gibberish out of someplace.
You can clearly see that Nano Banana Pro aced it perfectly because everybody is here. Even the logo of the bull is right here. It doesn't look exactly like a bull, but it did try its job. And they look like they're in a meeting. That's fantastic.
Here I have a prompt that says add the second image as a tattoo in the upper arm of the guy in the first image. So I want to put this DeepSeek logo onto Sam Altman's upper arm. As you can see, the result is amazing. Especially the result from Nano Banana Pro is clearly impressive. It looks more natural. It looks good. The rest also did the job pretty good, but this doesn't look like a tattoo. It seems more like a sticker. The Quen image result is not good. I think the rest of them are good, but if I have to choose, I would pick the Nano Banana Pro version. What are your thoughts? Which one looks natural? Here is the next example. I asked it to add the Korean flag in her teeth and also added text that says I love you in her forehead. This was the original image. Let's see the result. Most of them did a pretty good job, but you can see all of them except for Nano Banana Pro, instead of adding the Korean flag in her teeth, they decided to maybe have her bite the flag.
But if you zoom into Nano Banana Pro's result, you can see the flag painted all over her teeth. That was what I wanted. So Nano Banana Pro is the only AI that was able to do the job.
For the old Nano Banana, she is not even holding the flag correctly in her teeth, and the text looks way too polished. For Dream, it did wonderful, except like I said, it is a flag being bitten. The same for Quen Image Edit. They are doing wonderful, but I think the worst one is the old Nano Banana, and the best one is Nano Banana Pro. This is impressive. None of them were able to put the flag in her teeth correctly, but Nano Banana Pro was acing this simply.
This one is kind of tough. I give it an image of a farm with a lot of animals. I asked it to change the chicken into an egg, the cow into a glass of milk, the goat into roasted meat, the sheep into cotton, and the pig into a big gold coin. The result, none of them got it completely correctly, but the result from Nano Banana Pro is actually impressive. From the previous image, there were a lot of chickens around here. The place is correct. There were goats here, and cows here, and the pigs were here, and the sheep, there were a lot of sheep here. It did a great job, but it didn't change the animals in the background. I know it wasn't clear, so it is understandable.
But for the old Nano Banana, it ignored the instruction. First, there wasn't any pigs here, but it decided to put a golden coin here, and the pigs are not changed. It is just a complete fail. And for Dream, I don't know why it simplified everything. There were a lot of cows, but it just decided to put 2 glasses of milk, 4 eggs, and a coin and cotton. It is actually a fail. The same with Quen Image Edit. It decided to change some of them and tried to leave the rest. Look at this, why is the coin here? The image is not great, so all of them completely failed, but I would say Nano Banana Pro got this maybe 80% correct.
Here I gave it an image of a classroom and I told it to make the boys and girls in the front and second rows look like nerds and make the rest look like slackers. From the image, you can see the students at the back seats are raising their hands. The Nano Banana Pro result is actually good because the students are not raising their hands and the first 2 rows look like they are staring at the teacher. They are hardcore. But when you come to the back, not all, but you can see some of them are getting bored here and here. I think it did good.
But one thing I need to mention is that these 2 students are actually the same, and it didn't follow it changed the input image. These 3 students look the same and identical. It should be consistent, it should have character consistency, but it didn't. So character consistency was awful in Nano Banana Pro. For the normal old Nano Banana version, it didn't do anything. The students are raising their hands, it just gave me the exact image. So it is a fail.
For Dream, it did a terrible job. Not only that, it was not able to make the students at the first 2 rows look like nerds. The first 2 rows seem intense, but it was not able to make the rest look like slackers. These 2 students are raising hands, and I don't know why, but Dream was pretty good at character consistency, but here it decided to change the students. The same with Quen Image Edit. I don't know why they decided to change the image of the student. Even though the character consistency was awful in Nano Banana Pro, I would give the point to Nano Banana Pro.
Swap the entire outfit of the left character with the right one. You might be thinking this is simple, other AI will do it perfectly, but let us see the result. Let me expand the result from Nano Banana Pro. As you can see, it did an amazing job. It swapped the entire thing. But I could not ignore this. If you see the sleeve was short in the previous image, but it decided to elongate the sleeve, and you can see it decided to add a white cape. So Nano Banana Pro didn't get this correctly. For the old Nano Banana, I don't know why, it didn't even actually do anything. It didn't do anything. It is the exact thing, the exact image I gave it. For Dream, it did wonderful. I don't know why, but it made the clothes saturated. But it did, the sleeve, it's correct. If you see it, the entire thing is correct. But when you come to Goku, the one thing that is not correct is it decided to keep the inner clothes, these blue clothes, and the glove is his own glove. It changed the glove. I like how it didn't change Goku's muscle like Nano Banana Pro. Nano Banana Pro decided to change the muscle of Goku and made him skinny, while Dream kept the muscle but messed up the glove and the shoes. And also it decided to make it sleeveless. So I think it is a tie between them.
Here is an interesting test. I gave it an image of this whiteboard and asked it to write Hello Banana Pro in English, Russian, Greek, Armenian, Arabic, Hebrew, Amharic, Hindi, Thai, Tamil, Japanese, Cherokee, Chinese, and Korean. I'm trying to test if it can write any kind of language. In my previous attempt with old Nano Banana, Dream, and Quen Image Edit, they were not able to write specific languages.
Let us look at the result from the old Nano Banana. For English, it is correct. For Russian, it seems kind of correct, but it is not completely. Let me know in the comment. I don't know Russian. But the rest seems gibberish. Definitely seems gibberish. The same for Sea Dream. The English one is correct. The rest seems completely gibberish. The same with Quen Image Edit. It wrote Hello Banana Pro, and the rest is kind of gibberish. I thought it was able to write the Chinese one correctly, but no luck. I don't see any Chinese sign.
But look at this result from Nano Banana Pro. You can tell that it is correct. English is correct, Russian is correct. All of them seem 100% correct. Let me know in the comments, because when I see them in the first glance, the languages from Hebrew, Arabic, Hindi, Amharic, Chinese, Korean, they seem to be almost correct. So you can see that Nano Banana Pro is extremely good at rendering text. With this, if you want to use AI maybe in your thumbnail or your poster, but the language isn't English, I advise you to use Nano Banana Pro and nothing else. The rest are awful. They don't do a pretty good job except for English text. Maybe 2 or 3 languages, but they are not going to do well on unpopular languages like Hebrew or Amharic. So, use Nano Banana Pro.
Here another text rendering test. I asked it to solve this equation step by step on the whiteboard using different colors for each step. Let me expand the Nano Banana Pro result. You can see it solved it, except for the first one. It says x to the power of 6 plus x to the power of 6. That was redundant. The original equation is redundant here. But if you move to the second step, it did fix it, and it substituted everything. It moves step by step and used different colors, and the steps are correct, and it gives a result. The formula is correct, and the answer is correct. It did a good job.
And for the old Nano Banana result, it did also a good job. It tried to use different colors, but it didn't actually accomplish it well. It also found the result, but you can see in this, it should be saying 5U, not 5 plus 6. So U is missing. It is not as good as Nano Banana Pro. When you come to Sea Dream results, surprisingly it is neat. Up to step 4, it is neat, but when you come to step 4, what is this sign? I don't even know what this sign is. The same with this sign. I think it was trying to use root, but it failed. It was a good attempt.
And when you come to Quen Image Edit, this is the most awful result. What is it doing? Especially on the last part, it's gibberish. So if I have to give the point, I would give the point to Nano Banana Pro first, and second, Sea Dream. I mean, it did a pretty good job. And on the third place, the old Nano Banana, and last, Quen Image Edit.
Here I have an image and I'm trying to make her wear a pink bikini with the logo of Gucci on the side. You can see Nano Banana Pro did a pretty good job, but I don't know if the logo is like this. I think the text is correct, but I don't think it is the logo. For the original old Nano Banana, I don't know why I decided to keep these sleeves, but actually the logo that was done by old Nano Banana is the correct logo. And for the Sea Dream result, it seems like she is in a diet. She became skinny. But you can see the choker in her neck is still here, the same with here. But in the old Nano Banana result, it decided to remove it. It is a bit saturated. Mostly you realize that the result from Sea Dream is vibrant.
And when we come to the Quen Image Edit, it did a pretty good job, but it decided to change what she wore in her neck. And the Gucci is on the left side, but here you don't see any kind of thing. So Nano Banana did a pretty good job. It didn't add a tattoo like Gucci. So even though the prompt is pretty simple, you can see that Nano Banana Pro failed putting the sleeves here, and it didn't put the Gucci logo on the right place. And the Sea Dream result just added another Gucci on her body. And for Quen Image Edit, I don't know why, but it decided to change the choker. The only good result is Nano Banana Pro, but even then, it is still not perfect because it didn't display the Gucci logo correctly. I tried to generate a manga of a 2-page panel. It is a comedy manga. The style says Japanese manga, black and white, screen shading. One high school boy, messy hair, average build. One high school girl, cheerful, ponytail, school uniform. Panel 1, standing in classroom. Panel 2, the boy holds up the notebook with a doodle of a cat instead of math. The girl face palms.
For Nano Banana Pro, the results are solid. They are good. For the old Nano Banana, the character consistency is good. Yeah, it is good. For Sea Dream, it is also good, but the text is not correct. Especially, you can see here, it's gibberish. But we are going to judge them not based on only look. In the prompt, it says, girl looks serious holding out a notebook. The boy looks curious. Come on! Nano Banana Pro just completely failed. You can see the girl doesn't look serious at all. And the boy, he doesn't look curious, he's just laughing. But on the old Nano Banana result, she looks serious and the boy looks kinda curious. The same with the Sea Dream result. She looks dead serious and the boy looks curious. And for the second panel, the boy proudly holds the notebook. The girl face palms. In this instance, they all did a pretty good job. Nano Banana Pro's girl is holding her face palm. You can see the girl is face palming. She's holding her face with disappointment. But in the old Nano Banana case, she is not face palming. Her hand is in her head.
And for the Seedream results, she looks totally disappointed. Yeah, I think all of them are good except for the Seedream text. But look at the boy. In the prompt, it says the boy is smiling, but here he just looks a bit clueless. He's not smiling. So I think I would say it is a tie between old Nano Banana and Nano Banana Pro. But if I have to go to overall result, the old Nano Banana did a pretty good job.
The girls in Figure 2 are fighting based on the pose shown in Figure 1. Nano Banana Pro tried to do the fighting, but the pose is not correct. For old Nano Banana, I prompted it multiple times, but it did not get them to fight. And for Seedream, it decided to ignore the figure or the pose figure and decided to make them fight on their own. And surprisingly, Quen Image Edit did it perfectly, down to the last detail. Look at the legs, both of them, and look at the pose figure. It is exactly as it is. The same with the hands. Look at the hands. It is exactly as such, including her head. Both of their heads look the same. It even tried to copy the facial expression. Look, they are slightly opening their mouths. In Quen Image Edit, they exactly did that. The mouth is slightly open. It completely copied the Figure 1 expressions in both of the characters, and everything is perfect. Their limbs and everything is perfect. One thing I don't like is I prompted it multiple times for it to give me non-cartoonish characters, but it is still cartoonish. That's the only catch. But other than that, Quen Image Edit is like slapping Nano Banana Pro on making this kind of edit. Here's another prompt. This one is strange. I asked to replace the guy who was holding the glass with the second guy, Will Smith, and everything beside this in the image stays the same. This includes the exact facial expression of the first guy. Nano Banana Pro gave me a weird result. It decided to put the head of Will Smith without recreating the image exactly on Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, high-quality head and low-quality image or suit. You can clearly differentiate the quality. And for old Nano Banana, I would say it did a pretty good job because the overall quality is consistent. And he is holding the exact kind of drink. And the ring is still here, everything. The flowers, the suit is the exact thing, Seedream. Yeah, the ring, the flower is correct, including the glass. And it even remembered the earring. It decided to do everything. And if you look at it, the input image and the Seedream result, the Will Smith version, it looks the same. Here in the old Nano Banana result, I did not upload this kind of Will Smith. And it copied the hair from Leonardo DiCaprio. For Quen Image, it decided to create a new person with a bigger aura. Yeah, but I would say it is a complete fail for Quen Image Edit. And the suit here in Seedream is not consistent. It is not the exact suit. So if I have to give the point to any one of them, I will definitely give the point to old Nano Banana first, then Seedream. Both Nano Banana Pro and Quen Image Edit did not do a good job. Now let's look at their own official demos. These are examples Google provided to show off what the model can really do. Here it says create a storyboard for this scene. Here is the input image of an astronaut, and it did create a storyboard. First, astronaut arrives in the concrete jungle gazing upward. This is the input image exactly, and this is the shot. And it goes to mid-shot looking upward. It didn't change the scene. Then it moved to close-up, and then changed to point of view from the person. I think it did wonderful. The handwriting looks like natural. The art looks like it was drawn, so it is amazing. And here is a fun example. Create an image showing the phrase, "How much wood would a woodchuck chuck?" And it did everything. The text is clear, and we have a woodchuck here. The text is here, everything. It is nice, it is unique, and the style is amazing. Berlin in this building in different colors, it looks nice. And here it says make 8 minimalistic logos, each an expressive word, and make letters convey a message or sound visually to express the meaning of this word in a dramatic way. It did everything here. The word crash is crashing. The whoosh is like moving. The shiver is shivering. The bang is bang. And the drip is like dripping. Squeeze is like squeezing or shrinking. The roar is like roaring. It did everything wonderfully, including wobble. And here it says make 8 sophisticated minimalistic logos, each a fun food word, and make the letters from realistic food to express the meaning of this word. So it says mint, and the leaf is a mint leaf. It says soup, you can see the soup here, and this is taco, you can see the taco. Apple is apple, pasta is pasta, sushi is from sushi, pizza, this is pizza, and this, I don't know where this leaf comes from, but this is pizza. This is wonderful. The style is unique. It says here, create an infographic about this plant, focusing on interesting information. So this was the input image, and it created a full infographic. Leaf pattern, it decided, yeah, it is the leaf pattern. And where it was originated, it was in Latin America, Ecuador. The plant, it did write everything. The care essentials, the growth habits, how it grows, yeah, it's wonderful. And here is another but a complex infographic. Create an infographic that shows how to make a lychee chai. I don't know what it is, but you can see everything. The design looks absolutely amazing and everything is correct. This is water, this is milk, this is tea leaf, this is ginger, sugar. Everything looks, the text rendered completely correctly. I never seen any kind of AI that is able to render text like this. Not even GPT's image can render this much text. So you can see Nano Banana is extremely good at text rendering, and the style looks amazing. Here's a longer prompt. Create a poster ad for sparkling water called Aura Fizz, and it gives it the aspect ratio and everything. The second image should be on Mexico setting, and the third is on Japan setting. Here in the image, you can see it is the exact thing, Aura Fizz, but it translates this taste the aura into Spanish. The same with here, it changed into Japanese, and you can see the background looks like from Tokyo or other city in Japan based on the style and the language that you see on the posters behind it. And this looks like Mexico. This is amazing. It just one-shotted created an ad. Here's an interesting thing. It gave it two images, one hand-drawn image and this other reference image. It says, transform the simple sketch into a realistic car. Follow creative direction of the sketch, use the color and texture from uploaded image. So it used this and completely redrew the image to match this. And you have the car with this style and with this drawing. And it looks absolutely nice. It just looks amazing. The same thing here. This is drawing and this is a chair. It takes this and redrew it with this style, and it looks nice. And this is one of the amazing features. It says, create 4 images of different architectural design processes based on this image. This was a rough sketch, so it created 4 consistent frames. It looks like it is from different software. You can see it is actually consistent. The image looks nice, everything is consistent. It is the exact sketch but on different kind of software and different kind of lighting. So this is wonderful. And Nano Banana also gives you a studio control. Here it was like you can say, focus the image of the crowd and make the woman blurry. Like you can see here, the input image, the focus was on her, and the rest, the background was blurry. Now she is blurry and the rest is clear. You can see it is amazing. Yeah, this is simple kind of editing. It says wide shot of woman walking in the forest with sunbeams and volumetric lighting. It changed this image into a wide shot without changing anything. Her face looks the same, the lighting looks the same, but it just zoomed out of the image. And if you try to do this without AI, you are not going to be getting the background. So it filled the background absolutely amazing. It can also change the nighttime into daytime. It can change the season, it can change the scene into nighttime. Looks actually good. It was the sun reflection, then now is the moon reflection. Yeah, it looks nice. And it says it can upscale with precision. It can generate 1K, 2K, and 4K resolution. Yeah, this is not the first AI image editor or generator that can generate a 4K image. I mean, Seedream already does that. What's impressive is Nano Banana has a different kind of aspect ratio. You can see 1:1, 2:1 in every kind of aspect ratio. You can see different kind of aspect ratio. They were claiming that it can consistently add up to 14 characters in an image. Here we have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. We have 14 characters, and all of them are here. It's all consistent. It is consistent. All the characters are here, including this sheep-looking character here. Like every one of them are here. So it is extremely good at adding a lot of characters. There are a lot of places you can try Nano Banana Pro. But for a free option, you can try it in their Gemini platform. Yeah, you do get the option. Go to Gemini.com and it says Try Nano Banana Pro. Once you get in, just select the Thinking with 3 Pro and select Create Image. Then write your prompts. Maybe even add an image to edit. But one thing to note that when you create an image in Gemini, you do get that watermark. If you want to control the scale, just write something like make it 1:1, 16:9, or other aspect ratio you want, so you can control the aspect ratio. Most people say you cannot control it, but you can control it. But in this platform, it only generates a 1K image. Yeah, if you want more control, you must head to Google AI Studio. And once you are in, you can see the image editor, or you can just select it from here. But let me tell you one thing, this is not free. You gotta link it to a paid API key. But what is nice about here is like all aspect ratio is here. Like 1:1, 16:9, 9:16, every one of them is here. And you can generate 1K, 2K, 4K. It gives you more control here if you generate an image in Nano Banana Pro. But the price is not cheap at all. It is almost 7 or 8 times expensive than Nano Banana. But the speed of the generation is almost equal. Yeah, and it is based on the Gemini 3 Pro. So if you generate here, you would be paying this. And the other place you can try Nano Banana for free without watermark is loveart.ai.
Just go to their website. I will leave every link for every one of the websites in the description box. Just get in and just sign up and you will be able to try. They will give you maybe 3 to 4 image try that refresh daily. Yeah, these are the places I'm aware of that you can try Gemini 3 Pro Image or Nano Banana Pro.
Now, let us check how it compares against other models. On text-to-image arena, Gemini 3 Pro Nano Banana Pro is ranked number 1, beating the third image editor Gemini 2.5 Flash Nano Banana and Hanyan Image 3.0 with a huge point of almost 80 points. If you compare it with this, it's almost 90 points, so it just obliterated the competition. For Image Edit Arena, Nano Banana is ranked again number 1, with a whopping score of 1402. It is almost 80 points more than the previous Nano Banana and 90 points than the Seedream image editor. So you can see that Nano Banana is clearly beating other AI with a huge gap. Not small, but with a huge gap.
So, this is my thought on Nano Banana Pro. It is excellent, especially at rendering complex things. It is extremely good at following instruction, and following complex prompts. And it can render different kind of text unlike most AI. So I would say Nano Banana Pro is the best image editor and the best image generator we have right now. I wonder how long it will stay. Yeah, who knows? Maybe weeks or maybe even months. And by the way, as you have seen, Nano Banana Pro is based on the Gemini 3 Pro, which is currently the best AI. I was able to build this entire software just for reviewing the image AI. Look, everything is here. Every feature works, so that's amazing. And it looks nice enough. I have different kind of text fonts, and their saturation. I can control their saturation, color, their glow. Yeah, I can even add new frames like this, and change their background in glowing intensity, border color, like there are so many features. You might wonder, this is so impressive. So that's it for this video. If you want to check out my review on Gemini 3 Pro, click here. And if you already watched it, thank you for watching. And until next time, folks.